First things first though, I wanted to tell you what's happening with my dad. Morning Jabbas, how the devil are you? Well, excellent, yes, me too, thanks for asking. A little bit of a sleep in this morning, not really planned. I did plan to get up early, but I slept through my alarm, I'll be honest. And it was on really quietly because I've got a radio alarm clock, so it didn't wake me up anyway. Didn't even remotely wake me up. So anyway, I'm off to the gym just a little bit late, just a couple of hours. It's 8 o'clock now, rather than just after 6 o'clock of me getting up. So we're in the car, we're on our way down there, and I'm going to do some cardio today, and then a really good stretching session because my back is so tight, so tight. I don't know what I've done to it, but it hurts. And then today I've got a filming session with Vicky, and who knows what the rest of the day's got planned for me. I think a lot of it will be printing out stuff for my operational exam next week, because that all needs sorting out and binding and printing and to look really good. Okay then, my back feels a little bit easier after that stretch and that walk. Like I said, didn't do a massive amount today, half an hour walking, 400 calories, not particularly fast. Did it on a good incline though, so to make it a little bit harder, and then a really good stretch and a good rollering session as well, which was excellent. It still feels tight, don't get me wrong, but it feels loose enough for me to be able to go home, have some food, and then get back out and do some work in less discomfort than I was in. Because I don't like taking pills. If I ever get an injury or anything else like that, I don't like taking stuff because, well, when I really need it, then it won't work if I'm constantly popping stuff, if I've just got a little twinge here and a twinge there. I would rather just not bother and let the muscles settle themselves down on their own by heat and relaxation and stretching and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, right, should we get ourselves home and eat, because I've got 55 minutes before I need to be with the client. Perfect, breakfast eaten, changed my clothes, I'd have had a shower, and now I'm off to do some filming. And thankfully, it's at the beauty salon, and they do massages. I wonder if once I finish filming, I can book myself in for a massage and get my back sorted out, because it hurts a lot. Filming done with Vicky, which is really good, and when I got home I had a new toy. I say a new toy, this is to kind of make life a little bit easier for me. Rather than carrying the drone around in that box and keeping it safe, I now can carry it around in that big orange box and keep it safe, which is fantastic. And also, I've got a great big ground sheet that I've had delivered, which I'm going to pin into the floor every time that I fly on grass and on mud and places like that, so that it keeps the drone safer and also gives me a landing point for the drone, which is ideal. Absolutely perfect. Now, I'm going to make myself some lunch, eat some food, and I'm going to tell you all about what's happening with my dad, because we've had some good news. Beans on toast, job's a good one. Okay then, lunch eaten and I'm feeling much better. I'm just going to start some work on the computer, maybe edit the vlog as well. First things first though, I wanted to tell you what's happening with my dad. So as you know, he was in hospital the other week, and he's out of hospital, and I've been up north to see them. Didn't put them in the vlogs this time around. Basically my dad has been told he needed to be on oxygen for the rest of his life. 24/7 oxygen machines in the house, and he couldn't really do much. He could do exercise to help increase his lung strength and that kind of stuff, and he's basically been suffering a little bit from emphysema, and yeah, it wasn't a great outlook, to be honest. And this is what he was told by quite a few different doctors, that there was no way he was allowed off the oxygen. He had to be on it 24/7, and it wasn't good. So yeah, not a very good prognosis. Mum and Dad had to cancel a holiday they were planning on going on. When Mum and Dad come to visit us here, there's probably a chance that Dad wouldn't be able to come because he'd need his oxygen machine. All sorts of stuff. It wasn't good. And normally I would rave all about the NHS, saying how amazing they are, they're brilliant. And you know what? Still, I would probably say the NHS is an amazing thing. Where else in the world can you get completely free treatment for so many different horrific diseases and simple things as well, even like a broken limb? In this country just doesn't cost you any money to get it fixed. So don't get me wrong, I think the NHS is amazing. However, on this occasion they kind of let themselves down a little bit, because today my dad was visited by a respiratory nurse, somebody who really knows what they're doing and is specifically educated in the forms of respiratory and COPD, which is the collection of respiratory diseases, and she knows how to handle each one and what oxygen he would need for certain different issues and all that kind of stuff. And basically she tested Dad, and she tested his blood and tested his VO2 output and all that kind of stuff, and basically said, yeah, you don't need oxygen at all. Not necessarily doesn't need it 24/7, just needs it now and again. No, he doesn't need it at all. They're removing the machines they've put into the house for him. They're not going to give him oxygen bottles, and the holiday that they cancelled they could have still gone on, and Dad can come and visit us down south on a more regular basis. And frankly, yeah, the NHS, or at least the doctors, really screwed up on this one. Big time. And I don't know how or why, but it just seems a little bit unacceptable to me, really, that they'd effectively told my dad, your life's over, you're going to have to be on oxygen for the rest of your life, and it's going to limit what you can do, to the stage of now, oh, don't worry, you don't have to be on oxygen at all. That's kind of like giving somebody a life sentence for murder and then saying, oh, sorry, we've just realised all you did was steal a bag of crisps, let's just give you a slap on the wrist. Does that kind of amalgamate? It just seems wrong to me. And yeah, I'd love to go on about how angry I am and how cheesed off and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to, because there's no point. The positive out of this is my dad's okay. He's in a good position now and he can do whatever he wants and he can go travelling and all that kind of stuff. But the negative of this is that they really screwed up, and I should be angry about that, but I'm not going to be. I'm going to just stay positive and just focus on the positive that my dad's alright, but it is hugely annoying and really bad that they have put us as a family through this situation, and not just us as a family, but more so my dad. I mean, he would never admit to it, but I'm sure he was pretty scared by the fact of he was going to have to be on oxygen for the rest of his life and all this kind of thing. So to then suddenly be told, no, that's not the case, he feels like he's got his life back, which is fantastic. I really should be angry, but I'm not going to be. I'm really not going to be. And just happy my dad's okay. But there you go. That's an update on where my dad is. It's all good news. It's all good in the hood. He's going to continue to stop smoking, which is brilliant news. And he's going to do more exercise as well and get into doing more cardio stuff and swimming and all that kind of thing, and really building the strength back up into his lungs, which is just awesome news. So hopefully the positive out of this is not only that Dad's okay, but he's going to increase his fitness and be healthier, which would be really good. Right, I'm going to crack on with some work. It has been a busy and very full day, but a really productive one. Excellent stuff. And now I'm going to make it even more productive, not for me, but for the lads. I'm going to go coach some athletics and put them through their paces in a circuit session. We're almost coming to the end of February. We've got one more month left of hard winter training, and then it starts to get a little bit easier for them, but harder because they start doing some speed work. So I'm going to make tonight's session particularly unpleasant, I think. I'm finding it hard. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm exhausted. The guys did awesome tonight, really pushed themselves hard, really good. And it was a difficult session tonight, and both those guys have not been too well over the last few weeks. So for them to come out and push themselves that hard, I'm glad. No throwing up, sadly. I do like to make athletes sick, and that didn't happen. But otherwise, they worked really hard. Now it's time to get myself home and make some dinner for Susanna and I. Alright then, you guys, after a night of watching the Brits and relaxing, it is time for bed. Back at the gym tomorrow morning, bright and early, a long session tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do because I still can't do anything really connected to my back. So I won't be doing a leg session, that's for sure. Maybe I'll do chest. We'll see. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching today. If you're brand new, please do subscribe, that'd be really cool. Over the last 4 years or so, which you can go and click on, I might have done something slightly more exciting than I did today, so go check out and see what there is there. Have a good day. Thanks ever so much, like I say, for watching. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, sweet dreams, and be healthy. See you tomorrow morning, guys. Bye!